that we will be discussing, or the topic that we will be talking about, is enzymes. Now, enzyme is a topic that is common between both your GCSE and your A level. Okay, so when we are discussing the topic of enzymes, we are basically talking about three different subtopics. Now, initially, in this particular video, we will be talking about the properties of enzymes, and those properties are going to be how come it's a biological catalyst, how come it's a protein, and how is it specific in its nature. Secondly, the second two subtopics that we deal with in the topic of enzymes is the factors. Now, the factors that affects the enzyme activities are pH and your temperature. And then we talk about the mechanism, the working mechanism of enzyme. So when we talk about working mechanism, we usually talk about a lock and key hypothesis, and then our induced fit mechanism. So in this particular video, the first thing that we will be discussing when it comes to enzyme is its properties. Now, when we are talking about enzymes and enzyme properties, you might already be familiar with the word that is catalyst. Now, catalyst is a common term. You might have heard of it in your GCSE chemistry syllabus as well. So now, when we talk about catalyst, we are basically talking about a substance that is speeding up the reaction. So what basically a catalyst does is that it speeds up the rate of reaction. And now the chemical reaction that was initially taking place in the absence of catalyst, now that the catalyst is present, the rate it is going to complete at a faster pace. Okay, so when we are talking about enzymes, when we refer to them as biological catalysts, and the question is like, why do we refer to them as biological catalysts? But enzymes are known to be biological catalysts because they exist in our body. So enzymes are basically present in human body or any living organism's body. So that is the reason enzymes are known as biological catalysts. And when we talk about what basically these enzymes are made up of, so in a body, enzymes are basically structure that are made up of proteins. Now, when I'm talking about enzymes, I'm talking about proteins. So in short, the enzymes are basically biological catalysts inside the body that are speeding up the reactions. And what sort of reactions they are speeding up inside a body? They are basically speeding up a metabolic reactions. Now, what are metabolic reactions? Your digestion is a metabolic reaction. Your respiration is a metabolic reaction. So respiration is how you break down glucose in the presence of oxygen to end up with ATP. Right? So all these reactions are known as metabolic reaction, and inside a body, each and every reaction requires an enzyme. Okay. Moving to the concept of how come enzyme increases the rate of reaction. So here is a super cool graph which shows two different line graphs are plotted. One is this one and one is this one. So the one that has smaller hump is basically the graph that belongs to the enzyme. So these two, what we are doing in this particular situation is that we are carrying out two identical reactions, one with enzyme, one without an enzyme. So as you can see, what is happening is that we require way less amount of energy when we are using enzyme. So this is the amount of activation energy that we require when we use an enzyme. But when we carry out the same experiment or the same chemical reaction in the absence of enzyme, greater amount of energy is required. So this energy is basically given in kilojoules. So as you can see, for example, this could be 17 and this could be, let's say, 10. So obviously, if you're using an enzyme, you require, let's say, 10 kilojoules of energy for the reaction to start. And what do we mean? I am not going to get into too much detail of what an activation energy is, because it is part of your GCSE chemistry. You can cover it. We will cover it in that. But when I'm talking about activation energy, it is basically the least amount of energy that is required to start a chemical reaction. Okay. So now that we are done with this, now let's talk about the structure of an enzyme. Okay. So when we are talking about an enzyme, so these are the terms you might already be familiar with. One thing is that you have an enzyme and you have the substrate. Now, what is basically happening? Now this substrate comes and attaches to the enzyme, and then a chemical reaction takes place, and then eventually you end up with the product. But before we get on to the working mechanism of enzyme, so let's talk about what this particular site is known as. This particular site where the substrate and comes and bind to the enzyme is known as the active site of the enzyme. It is known as the active site of an enzyme. Now, active sites are very specific. Now, when I say that active sites are very specific, this tells me that each and every enzyme is going to bind with a specific substrate. Now, let's talk about some enzymes that are found in a body. Let's suppose when we talk about lipase. Now, what does this enzyme do? So this enzyme is basically responsible for breaking down lipids. So this tells me that our lipase enzyme is only going to act on lipids. It is not going to act on protein. So this tells me that the lipid molecule is a specific substrate that lipase requires to break down the substrate. So this tells me that each and every enzyme has a specific site, binding site, and each and every enzyme have a specific substrate that will bind to it, and the reaction will move forward. So let's take another example. Let's talk about protease. Now, protease is the enzyme that is basically breaking down protein. Now, this is the enzyme, and I'm saying that this particular enzyme is protease. Now, this protease is obviously going to bind with it is also obviously going to bind to a protein. So in order for this enzyme to work, a protein molecule has to come and bind with this enzyme. So this tells me that the substrate basically has a complementary, or vice versa. Or you can also say that each specific enzyme has a specific binding site, or you can say a complementary shape to the active site. So this tells us like how come enzymes are specific in function. So this is how you know the enzymes are specific in functions. So to recap it all, we talked about that enzyme is a biological catalyst. So why do we refer to it as a biological catalyst? We refer to it as a biological catalyst because it is present inside the human body. And what is the function of enzyme? So enzyme is basically increasing the rate of reaction by decreasing the activation energy. So a reaction is increasing, so now the same reaction is completing within less time. Okay, and also at the end of the reaction, what happens is that enzyme is unchanged. So what is happening is basically these substrate, they are attached to one another. So this entire substrate is attached. Now what is going to happen? It is going to bind to the specific active site. Now the enzyme is going to catalyze the reaction. In the end, you will end up with two product molecule. So as you can see, what is happening is that it has broken down the substrate into the product, but in the end, the enzyme is still unaffected, or the enzyme is still unchanged. So now in the next video, we will be talking about what are the factors and how these factors are going to affect our enzyme activity. And then eventually we will talk about what is lock and key hypothesis and what is induced fit hypothesis. So if you have any question, you can leave it in the comment section below.